Welcome back to the Orthodox Trucker Podcast. I'm your host, the Orthodox Trucker. And today's episode isn't one that I had planned, but it's one that I absolutely need to record. So it happened Monday, May 5th, 2025. I was heading southbound, and I was passing another truck in the left lane. I was doing everything right, giving space, signaling properly, and suddenly, this other driver starts drifting into my lane. No signal, no warning, just casually sliding over like I wasn't even there. The next thing I know, I'm halfway into the median. My steer tires are biting wet grass, and I'm fishtailing in the rain, doing everything I can to keep my truck upright. And by the grace of God, I did. I didn't flip, I didn't crash, I didn't lose control. My trailer might have shifted slightly, but I'm still rolling. I blew my city horn at first, force a habit from my old Volvo, but then I remembered this new Freightliner has the air horn on the handle. I yanked that horn down with everything I had. The guy, he didn't stop. He just kept going like nothing else happened. And me? I was furious. I was on the phone with dispatch when it actually happened, and as soon as I stabilized, I hit the green button on the smart drive to capture the footage. Then I called my safety manager. I did everything by the book, and once I parked, I got out, took photos of the truck and trailer, and started checking to see if there was any obvious damage or any major load shifts. There wasn't. Glory to God. But let's talk about why this matters. Beyond just me blowing off steam. This is exactly why we secure our cargo. This is why we check our straps. This is why we do everything by the book. This is why we check our seals, check our tandems. This is why we protect and check everything on the vehicle. You don't do it just to pass DOT inspections. You do it because a moment like this, a moment where everything can go sideways in 2 seconds, isn't the time to wonder if your cargo is going to stay put. It needs to be solid. It needs to be right. And more than that, it's why we drive defensively. It's why we stay alert. Because you never know who's out there with no training, no respect for the law, no sense of lane control. We're sharing the road with people who shouldn't even have CDLs. Some can't even read or speak English. Some don't understand signage. Some just don't care. And it's not judgment, it's reality. But as truckers, we have to care because we're not just driving freight. We are protecting lives, including our own. And here's where the spiritual side comes in. Because as I pulled back onto the road, heart pounding, adrenaline surging, one thought hit me hard. Being a truck driver and being a Christian have more in common than we want to admit. Just like we defend our lane, we've got to defend our faith. There are people, ideologies, and voices out there that will try to drift into your lane spiritually. They'll try to confuse you, derail you, pull you into bitterness, anger, pride, and heresy. They won't signal. They won't announce themselves. 1 minute you're steady and focused, and the next, something's trying to pull you off into the ditch. You've got to be spiritually defensive. You've got to know your lane, know the word, know your prayers, know the tradition, and when something tries to push you out, hold your ground. Blow the horn, speak the truth, cling to Christ. Because when it comes down to it, you can do everything right and still find yourself half in the median. That's why we need vigilance. That's why we need spiritual seatbelts and traction and good mirrors. That's why we need preparation. And more than anything, it's why we need grace. I didn't keep that truck upright just because of my skill. Yeah, I've been doing this a long time. And yes, I've trained a lot of drivers. But that moment, that rescue, that was my guardian angel, plain and simple. God had his hand on the wheel with me. And I won't pretend otherwise. So here's what I want you to take from all of this. Be prepared. Both in your mind, in your soul, and in your physical activities. Know what you're carrying. Make sure it's packed tight and ready for rough roads. Drive defensively. Watch the mirrors of your life. Keep your head on a swivel. Know that danger can come from people who don't even realize the harm they cause. And above all, don't drive alone. Keep Christ in the cab with you. Keep the saints in the passenger seat. Trust your training, but trust God more. As I record this, the rain is still falling, and I can hear it drumming on the roof of the cab. It's cold, it's wet, but I'm safe. The truck is intact, the load is okay, and I've got breath in my lungs and thanks in my heart. I'm going to deliver this load Tuesday morning. I'll check for any shift, but I already know the truth. I was spared today, and I'll give God the glory. Until next time, keep the shiny side up, keep your souls guarded, and keep your eyes on the road and on the kingdom. God bless. This is the Orthodox Trucker, signing off. If you want more Orthodox Trucker content, visit orthodoxtrucker.com or visit on Facebook, facebook.com/orthodoxtrucker. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'll see you next time.